Good evening. Today is Monday, June 27th, 2022. We have another update on the spread of the monkeypox virus. Spain becoming the first country to now have over 1,000 cases of the virus, and there are a total of 4,700 confirmed cases worldwide. So we're going to go through, the last update I believe was June 21st. We're going to go through all the new cases that were reported since then on a country by country basis. But before we do that, let's look at the recent decision by the World Health Organization, which decided that at the moment, the monkeypox outbreak does not warrant a declaration of a public health emergency of international concern. The World Health Organization saying that nonetheless, this is a concerning situation. The virus is spreading very quickly. It's spreading in multiple geographies at the same time and quite rapidly, appearing in different countries in a very short period of time. We note here the comments from the Director General that the Emergency Committee shared serious concerns about the scale and speed of the current outbreak. And I think that's something that we're going to continue to see and potentially may warrant the World Health Organization reconsidering their decision. They note that this is for the time being, but that is potentially subject to change based on how this outbreak continues to grow and evolve. Nonetheless, that being the decision there from the World Health Organization, they have not decided to declare this a global public health emergency of international concern just yet. That is their decision. Nonetheless, let us start looking at the case-by-case breakdown in countries. Spain, since we last updated, reporting 289 additional cases of the virus, bringing their total number of cases to 1,046. You can see here that the virus has spread to almost every single autonomous community in the country, apart from 3. The community of Madrid, which, again, Madrid being the epicenter of the outbreak in Spain, now having more than 700 confirmed cases of the virus. Catalonia having 150 and almost 100 suspected. So the virus certainly making gains in different parts of the country. That is the update from Spain. The United Kingdom, since we last had an update, reporting 117 new cases. For a total of 910, almost all of them were in England, which now has almost 900 confirmed cases. England, and assumedly the London area, right here, accounting for the significant majority of all the cases in the country. A lot of them, their geographies are still under investigation. Nonetheless, almost 600 cases in London, and accounting for most of what we know in terms of where these cases are being found in the United Kingdom. That being the update from the United Kingdom Health Security Agency on June 21st, or rather June 23rd. Germany reporting an additional 296 cases of the virus, bringing their total number of cases to 765. The Robert Koch Institute now noting that all 16 federal states have identified at least one case of this virus. The number had previously been sitting around 13 or 14, so now every single federal state in Germany has reported a case of this virus. The Robert Koch Institute not giving a breakdown of the different numbers of cases in each of the states, but nonetheless, 765 cases in Germany. Portugal, since we last updated, reporting additional 61 cases of the virus, now for a total of 365. Again, most of the infections, at least according to these press briefings or press highlights from the National Ministry of Health, are in the capital Lisbon or in the Tahoe Valley, and that there are cases in other regions, the North Center, Alentejo, and Algarve, but no specific details in terms of a geographic breakdown with numbers. Nonetheless, a total of 365 cases in Portugal. France reporting an additional 53 cases since our last update for a total of 330. 227 are in the Ile-de-France, Greater Paris region. You can see that the virus does be appearing to spread to other parts of the country. There are a number of cases in other parts of France, and a total of 330 confirmed cases in the country. So that is the update from the French Ministry of Health. The Netherlands reporting a very significant number of new cases, 162, now bringing their total number of cases to 257. That is their update as of today, June 27th, 2022, and they will be releasing a new update or new information on Thursday, June 29th. But that is the update from the Netherlands today. The United States, since we last had an update, reporting at least an additional 102 new cases. That is what appears to be quite a considerable undercount, as was the case the last time we were discussing the CDC's dashboard. And that brings the total number of cases in the country to 244. You can see here a state-by-state breakdown of the cases. The number of states now affected by this virus nearing 40. So a significant number of states now affected by this outbreak. And you can see here California shooting up to 62 new cases of the virus. Over the past couple of days, California has reported an additional 38 new cases of the virus, bringing that total number up to 62. And some of these new cases being found in Riverside and Santa Clara counties. Riverside being in the Imperial Valley, or the Inland Empire, if you want to call it that. Santa Clara County is in the southern part of the Bay Area, home to, I believe, Stanford. And that is the update from Riverside County and Santa Clara County reporting their first positive cases of the virus. There's not a geographic breakdown from the California Department of Health, but I'm assuming that a lot of the new cases are in the Bay Area or in Los Angeles, given that those are the largest population centers in the state. Nonetheless, California, 62 cases now of the virus, the most of any state in the United States. And we also can note that Bay Area health officials issued this joint statement, so all of these different counties in the Bay Area, as well as the city of Berkeley, essentially saying that as the summer season begins, they urge people to protect themselves against this virus, which they note spreads through prolonged skin-to-skin contact and bodily fluids, such as through crowded settings or sexual contact. Quite a marked difference compared to some other health officials in the country saying that the risk to individuals remains low. Bay Area health officials sort of jumping ahead here, recognizing that this virus has been spreading incredibly quickly and indiscriminately, and urging people to be vigilant as it continues to spread in that area. New York State reporting an additional 32 cases of the virus, for a total of 53. I should note that you have that number here from the New York State Department of Health, 53 confirmed cases of the virus, but nonetheless the U.S. Centers for Disease Control reporting only 37. The United States Centers for Disease Control really having some issues with their data collection and data reporting. 48 of the cases are in New York City, 3 in Westchester County, 1 in Sullivan County, and 1 in Chemung County. That is a significant jump for New York City. And this is also the first case of the virus in Chemung County being in rural central New York. The county health department there saying that someone has tested positive for the virus there. And I'm not sure if they say where that person contracted the virus, but nonetheless the fact that it spread to rural New York State is a testament to how fast this virus has been spreading. And additionally, in terms of how the New York City Department of Health is choosing to respond to this outbreak, they opened a vaccination clinic in Manhattan, scheduled vaccinations really through the roof, to the point that there were no longer any more appointments. And a New York City council member really criticizing the health department and the city's response, saying that the fact that they've not been able to procure enough vaccinations for those that want it is really concerning, given how fast this outbreak has grown and given the fact that there needs to be stuff done to protect the population and to avoid this virus from spreading even more than it already has. Nonetheless, that is a total of 53 cases in the state of New York. Illinois reporting what appears to be an additional 27 cases of the virus for a total of 42. I should note that the United States Centers for Disease Control, as the Chicago Tribune notes, had only reported 27 cases for the state of Illinois. But nonetheless, the top doctor in the city of Chicago is saying that there's 42 cases in the state, or rather the city, and certainly a few more in the rest of the state, given that there were some cases identified in DuPage County and suburban Cook County. So certainly more than 42 in the state of Illinois, but nonetheless, again, this discrepancy between the data being reported by local health jurisdictions and that being reported by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC really giving an underestimate of the number of cases in the country and in the process obscuring the spread of this virus. I'm sure that once we are past this initial stage of the outbreak, that is something that the CDC will be facing criticism for, their inability to rapidly update the population and accurately update the population about the spread of this virus within the country's borders. Florida reporting an additional 17 cases, according to the CDC, bringing their total number of cases to 27. This page is firewalled, but nonetheless saying that Broward County has been moving quickly to try and see if it can start vaccinations for people that are at high risk of contracting this virus, or what else they can do to avoid the outbreak from spiraling out of control. Broward County being the Miami metropolitan area and home to the city of Fort Lauderdale. Nonetheless, at least 27 total cases in the state of Florida. Florida also reporting their first case in Pinellas County being on the western coast of the state. St. Petersburg and the Tampa metropolitan area, they reported their first confirmed case of the virus. So the virus now confirmed in South Florida, confirmed in Central Florida, now confirmed here in the Tampa area. Total of 27 cases in the state of Florida. District of Columbia reporting an additional 12 cases of the disease, bringing their total number of cases to 16. And the district also making available 300 appointments for monkeypox vaccines, all of which were quickly booked. Again, something that you're seeing similarly in the state of New York, where you have a limited number of vaccine supplies allocated to these local health department jurisdictions, and they are simply insufficient for the amount of demand for these vaccines in light of this rapidly growing outbreak. So how that is addressed, is there going to be some sort of federal intervention to ensure that there are adequate vaccine supplies in these jurisdictions, that for the people that want them, they can get them? I'm not entirely sure, but it is appearing as a problem in different parts of the country. Massachusetts reporting additional 6 cases of the virus for a total number of 13. Massachusetts having been the first state to report a confirmed case of the virus. And here you can see our Texas update, additional 5 cases of the virus in Texas for a total number of 7. Houston confirming its 3rd case of the virus, according to the health department there. And they're saying as well that the resident had traveled internationally and was not related to the other cases identified in the city. Additionally, we got news tonight that
identified the first case of monkeypox in Pennsylvania, bringing the
we
total
just
number of cases.
Silence that really quickly. Austin, Texas, reporting their first presumptive monkeypox case that had previously been a suspected case in Travis County, Austin, Texas. Nonetheless, that now being a confirmed case, I'm suspecting that total number of cases in Texas is 7, is potentially going to be turning into an 8 whenever the CDC gets notice of that. Anyways, a total of 7 cases in the state of Texas. Colorado reported an additional 2 cases, bringing their total number of cases also up to 7. This number is an old data statistic, and the main reason I'm showing this here is the Colorado Department of Public Health reporting that they are ordering vaccines for healthcare workers in high-risk group. I think that is a telling sign from the Colorado Department of Public Health, and the way that they see this going forward. They say that a mass vaccination campaign is not on the table, but nonetheless, they are working to ensure that healthcare workers and frontline workers, or at least in the healthcare setting, are vaccinated or have enough supplies to vaccinate them if they so wish, to slow the spread of this virus. Hawaii reporting 1 additional case, bringing their number of cases to 6. I'm not sure if this was the additional case, but nonetheless tonight, the Hawaii Department of Health reporting an additional probable case of monkeypox in Oahu, which is home to Honolulu, which is the capital of the state of Hawaii. Noted in one of our previous updates that Hawaii has established community spread of the virus on the islands. So anyway, 6 total confirmed cases of the virus in the state of Hawaii. Maryland reporting additional 4 cases, bringing their total number to 5. Maryland had only just reported their first confirmed case just a couple of days ago. And we note that one of these cases is at Georgetown University, which was rather interesting. The university issuing a public health alert, and the person who is assumedly a student lives off campus and is in isolation. Nonetheless, Maryland having now a total of 5 confirmed cases of this virus, according to the CDC. Georgia reporting additional 2 confirmed cases, bringing their total number to 5. And we can see here from local news reports in the Atlanta area that all 5 of those cases are in the Atlanta metropolitan area, and all are in Atlanta men. So 5 confirmed cases in the state of Georgia, all in the Atlanta metro. Washington State reporting additional 2 cases of the virus, bringing their total number of cases to 4. As to where those cases were, not entirely clear, but nonetheless 4 confirmed cases in the state of Washington. Virginia reporting an additional 2 cases of the virus, bringing their total number of cases to 3. One of those was in Northern Virginia. The individual is expected or presumed to have contracted the virus in the state, according to the Virginia Department of Health. Not entirely clear who the other person is. I potentially am thinking that they were the other confirmed case, so 2 new confirmed cases. One, the person that was infected out of state, and then the second, the one that was infected in the state, potentially by that other patient. Not clear, but nonetheless 3 confirmed cases in the state of Virginia. Utah reporting 1 additional case of the virus, bringing their total number of cases to 3. It's not entirely clear where that additional case in the state of Utah is, but nonetheless 3 confirmed cases in the state of Utah. North Carolina also reporting quite some new information. 2 new cases of the virus. They reported their first case on Friday, June 24th. That was the first case of the virus in Haywood County, which is in rural North Carolina. Again, quite telling that the virus has managed to spread to a rural county, Haywood County, a very small population center. The virus already finding its way to rural North Carolina. And then just today, Mecklenburg County, which is a large population center in the state, home to Charlotte, which is the largest city in the state of North Carolina, reporting their first confirmed case, bringing the total number of cases in the state of North Carolina to 2. Nevada also reporting 1 new case. Not entirely clear where that was. The first case was in Las Vegas, but nonetheless 2 confirmed cases now of the virus in Nevada. Missouri also reporting an additional case. Again, not entirely clear where that additional case is. The first one was in Kansas City, Missouri, but we now have 2 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the state of Missouri, and those updates from Nevada and Missouri being according to the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. As an additional note, Ohio reporting its 2nd case of the virus in the Columbus area. Columbus is the state capital and the largest city in the state of Ohio. And they are reporting their first confirmed case of the virus today, Monday, June 27th. And then we have updates from 3 other states. So we have Minnesota reporting their first confirmed case of this virus. It's the first presumptive case of monkeypox in the state of Minnesota, and it was reported in an adult in the Twin Cities, so the largest population center in the state, home to Minneapolis and St. Paul. St. Paul being the state capital, Minneapolis the largest city in the state of Minnesota, and they believe that the individual contracted the virus while traveling internationally. So that is the first case in the state of Minnesota. We also have a probable case, which has been translated to a confirmed case by the CDC in the state of Kentucky, and that case was in Jefferson County, home to Louisville being the largest city in the state of Kentucky. So Kentucky reporting its first confirmed case of the virus, and more recently, this also not being reported by the United States Centers for Disease Control. It's not appearing on their dashboard. But tonight we're learning from local media in the state of Nebraska that the Douglas County Health Department has reported their first case of the virus. That case being the first in the state of Nebraska, and as well the first in the city of Omaha being the largest city in the state of Nebraska. So Omaha reporting their first confirmed case of the virus, and that being the first one in the state of Nebraska. So that is the update from the United States. An additional 102 cases for, or at least an additional 102 cases for a total of at least 244 cases. That is definitely an undercount based on Nebraska not being included, as well as the discrepancies with the state of New York and the state of Illinois, potentially with other states, but we'll have to see in the coming days as the CDC continues to update their dashboard. Canada reporting additional 25 cases since we last did an update for a total of 235 cases. I'm not entirely sure where the new cases were, but I would assume they were either in Ontario or Quebec. Quebec now at 184 confirmed cases, and Ontario at 45. Italy reporting an additional 56 confirmed cases of this virus since our last update, for now a total of 127 cases. You can see that most of them, if not around half, are in Lombardy, in the northern part of Italy. We also have a significant number in Lazio, home to Rome, and the rest are scattered around different parts of the country, but nonetheless 127 confirmed cases in Italy. Belgium reporting an additional 15 confirmed cases of the virus, bringing the total number to 77 as the virus continues to spread in Europe. Switzerland reporting since their last update an additional 27 cases of the virus, bringing their total number to 68. Switzerland not releasing a canton by canton breakdown of where these cases are, but nonetheless 68 confirmed cases of monkeypox in Switzerland. Israel, since our last update, reporting an additional 18 confirmed cases of the virus, such that now there are 29 confirmed cases of monkeypox in Israel. We should note as well that previously Israeli media reports indicating that the Israeli health authorities have identified instance of community spread of monkeypox in Israel. It's not entirely clear whether these cases include some instances of community spread, but nonetheless 29 confirmed cases now in Israel. Ireland doubling their count since we last had an update. Previously there had been 14 confirmed cases, now an additional 14 for a total number of 28. I'm not entirely sure what this monkeypox report function is. Anyway, a total of 28 confirmed cases in Ireland. Also, no breakdown by where in the country those cases are, but nonetheless 28 confirmed cases. Austria reporting additional 9 cases of the virus, bring their total number of cases to 20 here. It's 20 cases of monkeypox. No geographic breakdown other than that I remember some of the initial cases were in Vienna, but 20 confirmed cases of the virus in Austria. The Brazilian government releasing a notification that they've reported an additional 12 cases of the virus since our last update, for a total now of 20, 14 in Sao Paulo, 2 in Rio Grande do Sul, and 4 in Rio de Janeiro. So there are a total number of 20 cases now. Additionally, the Brazilian government saying that there is confirmed local transmission of the virus in the state of Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo having the most cases in Brazil, and now an instance of community spread. And 7 confirmed cases of community spread actually in Brazil. But nonetheless, community spread in Sao Paulo, 20 cases now in Brazil. We had an update from Ghana. Ghana reporting 13 new cases, bringing their total number of cases to 18. The majority of the cases being reported in Greater Accra, Ashanti, Bono, and the eastern regions. Greater Accra being the capital of Ghana, but a total number of 18 positives in the country. Interestingly, they say that the infected range from age 9 months to 41 years. I don't believe that in any other countries we've seen patients or those infected being so little, so young, but nonetheless in Ghana we have a total of 18 confirmed cases, 72 suspected, including a 9-month-old child. So that is the update from Ghana. Denmark reporting since our last update an additional 4 cases of the virus. Now a total number of 16 cases in Denmark. No specific updates about where exactly in the country these cases are. Denmark noting that 22 people have so far been vaccinated against the virus. Not entirely sure if they're going to pick up the pace, but that does not appear to be a significant number, at least to stamp out a virus that spreads so quickly, but nonetheless 22 people vaccinated in Denmark, and a total number of 16 cases in the country. Sweden reporting an additional 3 cases of the virus, bringing the total number of cases to 13. Swedish government not releasing a breakdown of where these cases are. They just say that the cases belong to several regions. So 13 cases of the virus in Denmark. We also have an update from Norway. Or rather, let me see, where are we? Norway reporting an additional 11 cases of the virus, bringing the total number of cases to 15. Not entirely sure actually if there is a news report about that, but nonetheless, Norway reporting additional 11 cases of the virus, bringing the total number to 15. Hungary, as I was supposed to mention, 6 new cases, bringing the total number to 12. This Hungarian news report noting that The majority of these cases are in the capital, Budapest, in young men that reside in the city. So there's a total of 12 confirmed cases in Hungary. And if we continue to follow this outbreak, Mexico appearing to report an additional 2 new cases. The health jurisdiction for the Americas reporting that there are 11 cases now in Mexico, so an additional 2 cases since the last update. Slovenia reporting additional 2 cases of the virus. That's not represented here, by the way, for a total number of 9. So 9 cases in Slovenia this year. This is being an update from Chile. Chile reporting an additional 3 cases of the virus. You can see here all on June 23rd, 2022, in various age ranges, but all in the metropolitan region, i.e. all in the capital, Santiago. So Chile now having total confirmed cases of 6. Romania reporting an additional 1 case of the virus, this being in the capital, Bucharest, and that is the update from Romania. 1 new case, a 40-year-old man in the capital who will be in isolation after testing positive for monkeypox. Malta reporting an additional 2 cases of the virus, bringing the total number of cases to 3. Not much information about the specifics about these cases, but nonetheless an additional 2 cases in monkeypox. For a total of 4, sorry, I meant 4, not 3. 4 confirmed cases in Malta, as noted here. Bulgaria reporting an additional 3 cases of the virus, including their first confirmed case since we last had an update, bringing their total number of cases to 3. That included the first 2 cases of the virus, which were on June 23rd, 2 men that were hospitalized in the capital of Sofia, and then we have a 3rd confirmed case today, Monday, June 27th, according to the chief state health inspector, and it's a 29-year-old male that was in contact with those first 2 confirmed cases, so 3 confirmed cases of monkeypox in Bulgaria. Colombia reporting their first 3 cases of the virus. 2 of them are in Bogota and 1 in Medellin, according to news reports. When this was initially reported, total of 3 confirmed cases of the virus in the country of Colombia, and you can see here 2 cases identified in Bogota with a history of travel to Europe, and a 3rd, a young adult in Medellin. It's not entirely clear where that 3rd patient got the virus, but nonetheless 2 different geographies, 2 different outbreaks, 3 total cases of the virus in Colombia. Greece reporting what appears to be their 3rd case. That would be an increase of 1 from the last update, for a total of 3 is noted here. So Greece reporting 1 additional case for a total of 3 confirmed cases of monkeypox. Luxembourg reporting additional 2 new cases. They had previously just reported their first case. Now an additional 2 for a total number of 3 cases in Luxembourg. We also have an update here from Croatia. Croatia reporting their first confirmed case of the virus, this being in the capital, Zagreb, and it was an individual that had previously been to Italy and Spain, so that being the first confirmed case of the virus in Croatia. We also have an update here about monkeypox spread in Peru. I'm not sure if it's going to let me show you the page, but nonetheless, the virus was detected in Lima, and this is Peru's first case of monkeypox. If we continue, South Africa reporting their first confirmed case of the virus, and this was on June 23rd, according to the health minister, Joe Fala. Interestingly enough, the virus was identified in someone that has no travel history and in the Johannesburg area, suggesting continued transmission of the disease in Johannesburg. As Fala noted in the press conference, they will be conducting contact tracing in the Johannesburg area, but nonetheless, South Africa reporting their first confirmed case of monkeypox. South Korea also reporting their first confirmed case of the virus in a traveler that entered the country from Germany. They later presented themselves at the Incheon Medical Center in Incheon, which is to the west of the capital, Seoul, but is nonetheless in the Seoul capital area. The Korean Department or Disease Control Agency raising their alert level for monkeypox following this first confirmed case. South Korea reporting their first confirmed case of monkeypox. And I believe that The last update here is from Fiji. Fiji reporting 3 suspected cases, 2 of which were discounted, but nonetheless an additional suspected case of monkeypox virus in the country of Fiji. And that is the update for Monday, June 27th, 2022. I believe I also was supposed to mention that Taiwan reported their first confirmed case of monkeypox, this being an individual that had traveled to the country from Germany, and they had been there from January until June. So Taiwan reporting their first confirmed case of monkeypox. And I believe that is all the new cases since our last update. A total now of 4,711, with 184 suspected cases for 4,895 confirmed or suspected cases of the monkeypox virus, nearly 5,000 worldwide. And the virus really continuing to spread. The virus continuing to be detected in new countries like South Africa, South Korea, Taiwan, while also causing some rapidly growing outbreaks in countries like Spain, the UK, Germany, the US, and Italy. It remains to be seen how this outbreak will be resolved, how the messaging will change on this. The messaging right now is that, this is of low risk to the public and that the public need not be concerned. Nonetheless, you do see some health departments transitioning to a more proactive message and urging people to get vaccinated if they're at risk, or to just be more vigilant in terms of interacting with other people in a way that might make them more likely to contract this virus. Anyways, that is the update here on Monday, June 27th, 2022. We will continue to follow this outbreak as it develops. Thank you.